She's the former Director of Nursing Services for the National Referral Hospital, but today Michelle Cox-Hoare was officially introduced to the media as the newly appointed Chief Executive Officer of the Karl Heusner Memorial Hospital, the first for a nursing professional to have reached this high in the administrative level. Hoare is considered more than qualified for the post, having worked some 33 years in the medical field. Her first job at the K.H.M.H was as the first infection control nurse at the hospital and would later move up to the quality assurance coordinator before this service was expanded across the country by the Ministry of Health.
I've worked in various clinical areas of the hospital, starting at the old Belize City Hospital, moving up to positions of ward management. At the time they used to call it wards, now we're referring to it as units. Managers for the various clinical units. I expanded my scope. I entered a newly developed area in preparation for the move to Karl Heusner as the first infection control nurse, then officer for Karl Heusner. In that regard, I worked specifically at developing the infection control program for the hospital. I worked in that capacity for about 5 years. I continued my advanced studies in nursing administration. I continued at the University of the West Indies. I came back. I was promoted to the Quality Assurance Coordinator, another new area and a first for the hospital, looking at areas where we could improve systems and services for the hospital.
Cox-Hoare also worked as the Director of the Licensing and Accreditation Unit at the Ministry of Health before returning back to the K.H.M.H in 2013 to take up the post as Director of Nursing Services. She replaces the now former CEO, Doctor Adrian Coye, who remains employed at the hospital as the cardiothoracic surgeon. Cox-Hoare says that she began acting as CEO from April 21st of this year and has hit the ground running.
I have full responsibility for the management and operations of the organization, the hospital services throughout here at Karl Heusner, and that comprise medical services, nursing services, allied health services. We're looking at infrastructure and those other areas, finances. So in looking at what I've accomplished, what I've been able to do, I believe I have an intimate relationship with the health system because of my role as infection control officer, manager of the various patient care areas, and most importantly, the quality assurance coordinator.
While the post comes with more responsibilities, it also comes with challenges facing the health facility. Those include the collapsing roof.
We've started looking at areas where we've already developed a strategic focus for the hospital, the same management team, which I was a part of. And so what we're looking at now is to further develop those areas that we were not able to develop, specifically looking at strengthening some of our service areas, looking at areas where we could generate more revenue for sustainability. So those are the areas we've already started to work on, and together with the team that I have in place right now, we're almost on the ground running, because it's something that we've started almost 2 months ago. I've actually finalize some of the work that has already been put in place by the previous C.E.O. Basically, it's just to complete and see it through. And we're at that juncture where we're almost at the completion of the restructuring, all the repairs that needed to have been done. We're looking to the end now.
Cox-Hoare confirmed that there are specific areas where services were reduced to the public as a result of the repairs and restructuring, and within the next 6 weeks, everything should be back in full swing at the K.H.M.H. Duane, Moody for News 5.